What is up guys, Kris05 with another video here. In this video I will show you all of the programs and other helpful information I use to have an edge on my opponents. These so-called legal hacks really help you when you climb ranks, smash the arena, or just manage your collection. Before we jump into the video, I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you. We have reached 1500 subscribers in half a year, and this is really amazing, and I have you guys to thank for that. If you have friends who would also benefit from my videos, feel free to share the channel with them so we can grow our community even more. Okay, so let's begin with the video. Just a quick clarification, I am not sponsored by any of these programs and sites, and I'm only showing them to you because I genuinely believe they really help you play better. Now that that's out of the way, let's begin with the first program, Heartbombs Innkeeper. This is a very helpful program that lets you track your collection and lets you know exactly how much cards you have from a certain set. It gives you a better idea of what packs you should be opening the most, as well as from what expansion it is better for you to just craft your missing legendaries and epics, instead of buying packs from them. On top of that, you can see exactly how much dust you can get from disenchanting your complete wild collection set by set. You can also see exactly how much dust you need to complete your full collection or a full expansion. There are a bunch of other interesting stuff you can see from it, so I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out. It has a built-in deck tracker too, but it only shows your deck and that's it. For me, that is far from a great deck tracker, so I don't use it. Speaking of deck trackers, the one I use and find most advanced, helpful and overall great is Hearthstone Deck Tracker. This program is an absolute must for anyone who wishes to reach high ranks and wants to do well in the arena. I'm not saying you can't do well in the game without it, but there is really no point for you to try and remember the cards in your deck and the cards that your opponent played, as well as a lot of other stuff. What this program does is track your deck. Well, duh. Okay, but it also tracks your opponent's deck. It tells you which card they've played so far, have they discovered it, or it was in their deck. It also tells you when they have drawn each of their cards in their hand, and it even tells you all of the possible secrets an opponent might have played. Not only that, but it cancels out the secrets one by one when you test them out while playing your cards. All of this is excellent information for any new player, and it gives the pro players enough time to consider all of their possible options, without having to worry about forgetting to count something and other stuff like that. It also gives you information how much time you have left to play your turn, as well as your opponent's time. This is by far the complete package any deck tracker can hope to offer, but this program doesn't stop there. Hearthstone Deck Tracker lets you track your overall progress with any given deck or class, and it even records your game in a simplified interface. You can also see how well you've done versus all of the other classes, and you can receive information on what classes give you the most trouble, as well as which classes you see the most, so you could think of a way to tech against them. Besides that, you can see overall meta reports from their site and other useful information for free. There is a paid version too for a more in-depth analysis of the meta and other stuff, but I haven't really tried that. If you still haven't tried Hearthstone Deck Tracker, you can go ahead and do that from the link in the description below. Next we have Overwolf's Heart Arena Companion. This is by far the most advanced arena tier list, which helps you draft your arena deck fast, easy and smart. It gives you every card's tier score, as well as any possible synergies you might have with your current deck. Most of the time it really picks the best possible cards from your free options, but you should still keep an open mind while using it, because it might mislead you on some occasions. After you drafted your deck, it gives you helpful tips on how you should pilot the deck, all of your possible synergies, and your overall strategy with your deck, which for a new player is really valuable. Other than that, it has a lot of other features in it, including a built-in deck tracker, but compared to Hearthstone Deck Tracker, it's not really worth it. I would like to point out that Overwolf's add-on is a bit buggy and it will give you trouble from time to time, but in the end it's really worth it to use it, so you can go ahead and check the link in the description. Lastly, I'll talk about the main site I use when I want to pick a new deck and start smashing the ladder with it, TempoStorm.com. I know I've talked a lot about this site in my previous videos, but it is really worth it. When you decide which deck you want to play, you just check their guide and deck list and go from there. I'm not saying you should copy their exact list, but it will give you a strong foundation from where you can add your twist to the deck. What I love about this site is that it gives you the best mulligans versus each class, and it gives you information for the win rates of your deck against the most popular decks in the meta at the moment. Besides that, you can use TempoStorm to get a better idea of the most popular decks that are played right now, and you will know your opponent's complete deck after you manage to figure out what archetype they are playing, usually after they play their first card or when you see the Baku or Greymane animation. If you ask me, the main difference between a rank 5 player and a legend player is the ability to know your opponent's cards and strategy as soon as possible, so I believe this site is one of the best resources you could use for your final climb. So these are all the so-called hacks I use to reach legend and do well in the arena. I hope this was useful for you guys and helps you reach your Hearthstone goals. Thanks for watching, I'm Kris05 and I'll see you in my next video.